You have to choose 4 players for your RLCS team. 1 from S+, 1 from S, 1 from A, 1 from B. Who do you choose? For my own team, why do I need 4 players? Why not just 3? 1 from S+, 1 from S, and 1 from A. If I had to pick a player from A for my team, people sleep on Torment. Yeah, Torment's a pretty insane player. He's just irreplaceable pretty much right now. I think, do you want Fairy though? I don't know if you want Fairy from A. What made you pick Jesse? You really don't like Alpha, do you? Fireburner? No, I wouldn't pick Fireburner. He's had too many. Like Fireburner is like in the same category as Farah for me for that. Like RLCS LAN, sometimes he just doesn't show up at RLCS LAN. Sometimes he just doesn't show up. Like who else would maybe be in this category? You would want Chicago. I think out of all of the players in C, I think you'd have to go for Fairy Peak or Fruity. It depends what kind of team you want. It really does depend what kind of team you want. And what kind of player you want for I keep calling it C. I meant A. But yeah, S+, I think right now you would probably want to take... This is tough. Like, you've got to pick one player who's got a brain. So which rank do I pick a player with a brain from? Which rank do I get my brain from? Prop time, thanks to the 7-month tier 1. Welcome back, buddy. Rizzo's S tier. Yeah, Rizzo like did well at Dallas, in my opinion. And he keeps on proving again and again that he's a LAN boy. If, like I said already, if this was an online, like next season of RLCS League play, I would put Rizzo at a B. Like straight away. Because online he doesn't have anywhere near as much impact. But online he's really, really good. I rate him a lot on LAN. Crow big brain. Crow's a smart guy, but I don't know if his gameplay is always big brain gameplay. If I had to pick a player from S+, S, and A to make a team with, I guess K-Dop and Fairy Peak have got pretty good history together. And then we're gonna probably want to throw in you got a lot of good options there. Chaussette, you get the full French team. It's pretty solid. I think the thing you would need most on this team... No, you can't pick Alpha. He's also S+. Who's in between Garrett and K-Dop? That's Alpha 54 for me. Yeah, the France team would be pretty interesting. I would probably not go for Rizzo in that team. I would probably not go for Ronicky or Kernovi. It would probably be Squishy over JNAP. So yeah, you'd probably want to go for K-Dop Fairy Squishy or K-Dop Fairy Chaussette if you had to pick an S+, S, and an A. But if you want to build a team around Justin, then you would probably want to go Justin... Maybe just go for like, okay, NA Mechanics, Justin Squishy Chicago. What could go wrong there? Seems good. I changed the tiers, Jesse, but I need to change it again. I changed it because we have new badge like slots. So, or rather, there were people who were getting too high, so there was nothing else for them to upgrade to. So I had to move Grand Champ, but I think I'm gonna move it back because I have other plans. So you're gonna be GC again. France is the heavy favorite. Who's next? I think France, USA, Canada would all be solid. England would also be a pretty good team. I Ignite Diva Bluey. Who else would be good? Who else would be a good country? Scotland would suck. Scrub Mystic and a washed up Marky Duda. Oh my goodness. Is that Gimmick? Who is that next to Gimmick and S+? That's Torment. Yeah, per Mark, I mean, he would call himself washed up. It's not exactly a diss. Where would I put Flakes on this list? Flakes would either go... I think Flakes would probably just go in A right now. You would be an A. What happened to Marky? He just retired. Uprank Farah. I didn't know who, like, okay, this is where I was doing. So like I said, my process for doing this, I chose my 6 best players, then I chose my 6 next best, then I chose my next best 6, then my next best 6, and I still hadn't picked Pharah. Then I was thinking, okay, would I swap Pharah for Card? No. Because I think Card could really pop off. Would I swap Pharah for AJ? No, I wouldn't. Would I swap, because I don't want to put AJ and Wonder down here at C together. Would I swap him for Scrub? No. Would I swap him for Torsos or Kami? No, I wouldn't. Like, Torsos and Kami both came 4th last LAN. They did pretty good. Torsos has been actually carrying the team this year. Would I swap him for Tadpole? No, I don't want to put Tadpole and Cassio both in C. So, like, I couldn't swap him up, you know? And then would I put him all the way up to A? No. Like, so that's why I didn't. Like, it's not because I think Pharah is bad. I think he's actually a really good fit for that team. And I think PSG could do very well this LAN. But when you're, like, looking at an individual tier list, you have to put somebody down. So this always happens to someone. Like Wonder's another player. Like Wonder's a fantastic fit. Like Wonder, AJ, and Kronovi, they seem to be playing really well right now. They almost beat G2. But then same thing. I was like, okay, would I put Wonder ahead of Card? No. Scrub? No. Would I swap him for AJ? No. Like it was just that's the the questions I was asking. Yeah, that's Zen and D. The only face in rank D is Zen. Zen and Deka are both in D from OCE, and then there's 4 OCE or South America ranked D. Target lol, thanks to the Prime sub, and a Baffled Waffle, thanks to the 5-month Prime. I enjoy saying that. But yeah,
dude, where would our community
people
be
think I
without
overrated
you?
Rizzo.
Thanks so
people
much
think I
for
underrated
content.
Scrub and Pharah. You could be right. Pharah might actually just, I mean, if PSG do well, I'm sure Pharah's going to look like he's doing much better than a rank C. And if Scrub is obviously capable of doing better than a B, but I think, you know, he might just choke. So much pressure, huge pressure. They have got all the tools necessary to win this LAN. They've had all the preparation they need, but still, things aren't coming together. Chaussette I have an A because he had a pretty bad Dallas. So I couldn't put him S+. He had an awful Dallas. But yeah, I think that's just about everything I wanted to say about this. Any other questions about this? You think I underrated Squishy? Well, this is like I said before, I picked my 6S plus players. This is how I started it, and I was like, okay, Justin, easy. Garrett, easy S+. Torment, easy S+. K-Dop, easy S+. Then I was looking at the rest. I was like, okay, do I want to put Alpha 54 in S+? Yes, I think I do. And then I had one spot left, and I was like, okay, Squishy or Gimmick? I think I give it a Gimmick. So, like, Squishy was maybe next in line. I think out of all of the S players, if I had another space in S+, I would have put Squishy there, but I didn't. This is how I decided to do it, so he's an S. That's how I chose it. So, you know, maybe if I ranked the players, Squishy might be 7. I think, yeah, you probably would have been 7. It would have been Squishy or Ronicky for 7. But, yeah, that's why I've got him an S. Alpha over Squishy. Yeah, of course. The same Alpha that destroyed Squishy at DreamHack Leipzig. I think Cloud9 are probably pretty glad that they didn't drive into Barcelona at Dallas. They're super glad that EG somehow beat them. I don't know how that happened. Corrupted G, what were you eating for breakfast that day? How on earth did that upset a car? Ability or expected performance? Expected performance. This is my tier list of expected performance. How I think people are going to do. Rank all the tiers in order. What? What rank would Cux be? Right now Cux would probably be A. You would definitely be an A or above, but I don't know, maybe an S. It depends. He's definitely a LAN boy at times. Favorite to win Worlds? Based on the way the bracket is structured, I think probably Barcelona. Because the way the bracket is structured kind of favors them. Metza. TSM are a really weird team. I don't know where on earth I'd put Mets and Norris. A or B, I guess. Probably A. I don't know, it's so hard. Mets is a weird one. Probably A. When will you do the 10 mark strike? Yukio. Where would we put Yukio right now? Probably need a new, like, actually, Yukio would, I was gonna like enlarge this. There's actually a secret don't know section down here, but I cropped it out. I was hoping it was an E. That would have been hilarious. I could open up the new section for you. Oh, I really should have changed that to say E earlier and surprised everybody with the new section out of nowhere. Oh, if only I thought. Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. I could be like, oh, hold on, I'll make a new section real quick. Who do you think is better overall, Fairy Peak or Scrub? Fairy Peak. It's close, but Fairy Peak. How is Rizzo above Fairy Peak? Because he actually performs well at LAN. I've performed like the ultimate surprise with Rizzo, because everybody's probably expecting me to put Rizzo really low just to trigger the G2 fans. But since I know they're expecting that, I don't do it. I'm always one step ahead. I think he's the best player in the world right now. An in-form Justin is the best player in the world. But if Justin and NRG play like DreamHack Dallas version of them, then it's probably Torment. But it depends. I mean, if EG don't get the upset in Barcelona, maybe Alpha 54 or someone from Barcelona comes out looking like the best player in the world from that tournament. Or if Vitality don't play awful, maybe K-Dub looks like the best player in the world again. Where would I put Jesse? I mean, Jesse carried Alpha, Bluey, and Devo into RLCS, so we would need an S++ for Jesse. Best defensive player. Not Torment before anybody says Torment. Yeah, Gibbs, obviously. No, best defensive player. Who's got the best defense in here? I think probably Garrett. Probably Garrett. What do you guys think about that? KZ Butler 12, thanks for the Prime sub 2 months in a row. Torment's the best defense on Cloud9, but he's not the best in the world. I don't rate Cloud9's defense that much. They get a lot of goal line saves, but that's not necessarily the best defense. The best defense isn't always like goal line saves. Last second stops. Garrett is good, but Fairy is also another very good defensive player when Vitality aren't double committing. He is a beast for sure. Right, guys, I think we've probably talked about everything that we need to talk about for this. C9 bad at defense because they always commit to offense. I don't think they do. I think, well, Cloud9 aren't necessarily bad at defense. I just don't think that they're as good as some other teams. I think NRG, when they're playing well, have a way better defense than Cloud9 because they don't give away the ball as much. Cloud9 have very good counterattacks, which is, you know, half defense. Bizarre LCS. JNAP's on defense. Yeah, he's okay. Pretty good. Best counter-attacking team. Now, that's probably just Cloud9. I would say. I think Cloud9 are probably the best counter-attacking team. This is why I don't think Cloud9 and FC Barcelona are similar, because Cloud9 are really focused on counter-attacks. And although they can get goals from extended periods of pressure, they don't usually get goals like this. They actually have struggled in the past to break down defenses. Against NRG, TSM as well, held them back quite a lot. But on the counter-attack, Cloud9 are really good, pretty much because you just hit the ball in the general direction of Gimmick, and then it bounces off him and a wall, and then him again, and then another wall, and then him again, and it goes in, and you're just like, I like having Gimmick on my team. We should try that again. But yeah, I think Barcelona, who everybody seems to think that, not everybody, but a lot of people seem to think that Barcelona and Cloud9 have similar playstyles, just because Gimmick and Bluey both air roll when they fly. That does not quantify a similar playstyle for me, just because two players in two different teams have air roll permanently on when they're flying. This isn't, yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's why people think that Cloud9 and Barcelona are the same. It's because they air roll when they fly more than other teams. But no, Barcelona are a lot more of like a pressure team, like speed, just beating people to the ball, using big power hits and solo plays. And you know, solo plays sometimes turn into team plays, but not because it was intended as a team play. It's just like, I'm just gonna beat this guy to the ball, and I'm gonna hit this ball onto the back wall in a place where that other opponent can't reach it. That's a solo play. You're just trying to outplay opponents. And then when the other team fail to defend that, in comes your teammate to mop it up and score. But it's still, in my opinion, a solo play that set it up. So like Barcelona get a lot of solo plays, in my opinion. And then Cloud9 are all about the team play. Give the ball to Gimmick. Or Torment. Like, give it to Gimmick if it's high, Torment if it's low. Torment never misses those low shots. I don't know. He's like the NA K-Dop. NA Ronicky at times. Best at faking in Rocket League. Faking what? Just mind games in general? What, in mind games in 3v3? It's too vague, sorry. I can't answer. Is this for LAN or for both? This is for RLCS Season 7 LAN only. Like I said earlier, if this was online, I would have Rizzo lower. If this was online, I would have Scrub higher. Jesse best fakes. Wrong way Woody. Now that's a good shout. Mind games gotta be Justin. I don't know if it's a mind... Like, yes, Justin does get a couple of mind games, but most of the time Justin just surprises people because he's able to get an extra touch that they don't see coming, which I guess is technically a mind game, but it's not, like, actually mind games.